You spend hours every week copying messages from Line, typing them into spreadsheets, and replying to customers one by one. It is an endless loop of manual data entry that drains your time. You need to stop working like a data entry clerk and start acting like the boss. You do not need to memorize a single line of code. Instead, you are going to direct AI using plain, everyday language. This flowchart outlines our automated workflow. We break it down into 3 simple biological parts: a mouth to communicate with the outside world, a brain to process information, and a memory to store the results. In our real-world setup, the messaging app Line acts as the mouth. Google's Gemini and AppScript act as the processing brain. Google AppScript is a cloud-based platform that lets you run custom code within Google Workspace. Finally, Google Sheets serves as our permanent memory. By linking these 3 familiar tools together, you create a single, unified employee. One that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and requires 0 technical maintenance once it is running. Step 1 is changing how we input commands. We are going to abandon the keyboard entirely. Instead, use your device's built-in voice dictation shortcuts, like Windows+H on a PC or double-tapping the function key on a Mac. When you speak to the AI, you need a rigid structure to prevent unpredictable answers. We use the CODE framework. This ensures the AI gives you exactly what you need on the first try. This diagram shows the 4 pillars of the framework. C stands for character, telling the AI who to act as. O is the overview, providing the background context. D is your specific directive. And E is the export, telling it exactly how to format the output. Let's say you need to decline a partnership. You activate your microphone and say, "Act as a PR expert. I have an offer I cannot accept right now. Please write a polite rejection email." Output this in 3 concise bullet points. AI is a literal-minded employee. It needs strict boundaries. By forcing your spoken instructions through this exact formula, you eliminate guesswork and get a perfect, usable response immediately. Even with AI writing your emails, you still face a bottleneck when dealing with massive, dense documents, like technical manuals or 50-page financial reports. Humans can only read so fast. This is where Notebooklm comes in. It acts as your dedicated, private research assistant. You upload those massive PDFs directly into it, and it digests the information instantly, without making up outside facts. Once your document is uploaded, you can click the Audio Overview button. Notebooklm will take that static text and generate an engaging, conversational, 2-person podcast discussing the core ideas. If you log in and see an intimidating foreign interface, simply right-click on any blank space in your browser. Select Translate to English or your native language to instantly restore your familiar environment. Instead of manually scanning through hundreds of pages, you now manage a system that identifies and summarizes the key details for you. You have shifted from a reader to a director of information. Now we move to building actual tools using Gemini Canvas. Just highlight the specific element on the visual right side of your screen, then tell the chat on the left to make it bigger. The AI updates only that selected piece. By interacting with code visually, pointing at what you want fixed, and speaking your instructions, you bypass the need to understand traditional front-end syntax entirely. You now have a working web tool, but it has a critical flaw. Because it is a local file running only on your computer, any data you enter vanishes the second you close the browser window. To fix this, you first need to save the AI's generated code correctly. Open your text editor, paste the code, and save the file. You must add .html to the end of the file name, and you must select all files in the Save dialog box. HTML is the standard markup language used to display documents in a web browser. Next, open a blank Google Sheet and click into Extensions, then AppScript. Think of AppScript as a cloud-based postman. Its entire job is to stand in the cloud, catch the data coming from your local web page, and drop it securely into the spreadsheet. You do not write this script yourself. You simply ask Gemini to write a Google Apps script that receives data and pastes it into a sheet. You copy that result, delete the default text in your AppScript window, and paste the new code. This animated diagram highlights the deployment interface. When you click Deploy as a web app, you must check the drop-down menu labeled Who has access. You have to select Anyone. If you skip this, your data will be blocked. Next, Google will throw a massive red security warning at you. Click Advanced, then click Go to Project on Safe and hit Allow. This bypasses the warning and generates your unique web app URL. A URL is a uniform resource locator, effectively the specific web address for your application. Securing that specific URL is the crucial bridge. You tell Gemini to paste that web address back into your HTML file, transforming your isolated web page into a dynamic cloud application that collects data permanently. Our final objective is to move our tool to where the customers actually are. We are going to replace your local web browser interface with the Line messaging app. Log into the Line Developers Console and create a new messaging API channel. An API, or Application Programming Interface, is a set of rules that lets different software programs talk to each other. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and issue your Channel Access Token. Copy this long string of characters to your notepad. Now, hand that token back to Gemini. Tell the AI, "Here is my Line token. Please write an app script that takes incoming Line messages, saves them to my spreadsheet, and sends an automatic reply." Take that final script, paste it into your Google Apps Script window, and deploy it exactly as we did before. This time, the URL it gives you acts as your webhook. A webhook is a method for an app to provide other applications with real-time information automatically. Return to the Line Developers Console, find the Messaging API settings, look for the webhook URL field, and paste your new Google Apps Script address right there. There is one final set of toggles. In the Line interface, you must actively switch the webhook functionality to On, and you must disable Line's default auto-reply messages. Binding your API token to that webhook URL is the definitive action. It connects the mouth to the brain, bringing your autonomous digital agent online. Now let's take a look at the live setup in action. On the left side of the screen is a customer's phone, and on the right side is your business's empty Google Sheet. The customer scans the LineBot's QR code and types a request. "I need to book a consultation for next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Instantly, the LineBot processes the message and sends back a context-aware confirmation. At that exact same moment, the appointment details travel straight into the precise columns of the pristine Google Sheet. Take a moment to see what you've built, a system that handles customer intake and data entry while you focus on other work. You didn't write any code. You simply gave the right orders in the right sequence. You now have the exact blueprint to stop acting as the clerk and start acting as the boss. Download the attached cheat sheet, follow the formulas, and summon your very first AI assistant today.